Things are always true about an Aston Villa transfer window, and it wouldn't be an Aston Villa transfer window without us being linked with a bit of a wonder kid, a bit of a demon from the Eredivisie, and that is exactly what has happened today, as we are linked with an attacking midfielder from PSV that could be Emery's choice of an attacking midfielder rather than Harvey Elliott. Let's dive in. But before we talk about Morocco and PSV's Ismeal Saibari, we have to do the little bit of admin that we always do on the channel. We are less than 10 subscribers away from 3,900. So if you are enjoying the content, go down below the video, click the like button and click that subscribe button. It's completely free. It really helps me out as we truck towards our goal of 4,000 of you heroes and legends on the channel by the end of the year. That's all you need to do. One click, well, 2 clicks really. Am I asking for too much? Maybe just if you want to do the one, just do the one and subscribe. But we'll go into the video now. That's enough plugging done. Just help a brother out. Thank you very much. But as you can see on the screen, it is being reported that Aston Villa are amongst a host of clubs, including the likes of Leeds, who are interested in the 24-year-old Moroccan from PSV. We're going to be looking all about him today, looking at his stats this season, the season before that, to see whether he is on that linear progression you'd expect from a 24-year-old centre mid. He is actually transitioning into more of an attacking midfielder, which might suit an Emery system a little bit better. Watching some highlights of him and then discussing, should Villa go? Should we do it? It's going to be an expensive one, but I don't think Elliott's going to come to fruition. This could be who Emery wants. Let's go. So as you can see, 24 years of age. He'll be 25 in January. Right-footed. Current market value of around £22 million. His contract isn't up for another 4 years, so it is going to be a transfer fee. Would it be the big January transfer? There's usually 1 or 2. It could be the one currently playing for PSV, where this season, you can see 13 games, 13 starts in the Eredivisie, 8 goals and 2 assists. But let's flip the camera over to the other side and let's have a look at his progression throughout the years. He started his career at Genk, however, PSV has been his entire senior career. Started off at Young PSV, which is their like development team, their B team, for want of a better word. They do it more like how like other leagues do it, like La Liga have like Liga B, where Real Madrid, Castilla, or whatever they're called, will play. Started off there, done pretty well, got his break into the main team in the 22-23 seasons, playing 28 games, getting 2 assists, and then very quickly, obviously, adapted to men's football quite well, because the season after that, 5 goals and 4 assists in the Eredivisie, and he played 11 games in the Champions League, getting 3 goals. Also a goal and an assist in the Super Cup. Well, he went from strength to strength. 11 and 11 last season in 29 in the Eredivisie. That golden thing that you want a player to do is 10 goals, 10 assists. Get double figures in both. Your attacking output is like that. Obviously, you are an asset and a gem to any team. Also getting 3 goals and an assist in the Champions League, a goal and 2 assists in the KNVB Cup, and playing in the Super Cup as well. And well, this season, it's just got better. 8 goals in 13 games as PSV currently lead the Eredivisie, and also 2 assists. Well, he's not just doing it against that level of competition in the Champions League, 4 games and 2 goals. If we swap the camera back over, you will see here it's only 1,000 minutes played and he's already got 10 goal involvements, roughly a goal involvement every 100 minutes, 7.96 rating as well. He is obviously a very, very good player. Feyenoord there, you can see a little hattie. See you later. Give me that match ball. I'm off. 2 goals there. Where's his last Champions League game? Actually dropped a bit of a stinker in his last Champions League game. We'll ignore that one. But got a goal in a 6-2 win against Napoli. Obviously, Napoli, a very good team. One of the favourites. Just won the Serie A last season. Let's have a look at his in-depth stats here. In the Eredivisie, those 8 goals in his position. And if we just scroll up here, he pretty much, and we're going to have a little look at this in a second as well, but he pretty much plays anywhere down the middle, but can also play out wide, which will obviously feed in to how Emery is currently playing his box this season. But 8 goals from an expected goals of 6.14. Very, very good. 18 shots on target from 45 shots in total. His 2 assists are his teammates letting him down. Well, 3.52 on the expected assists. His successful passes put him at the top of the ratings in the Eredivisie for his position. 84.5% pass accuracy, 20 chances created in 13 games for his teammate. This guy is an absolute demon. On the ball, it just gets better. 28 successful dribbles puts him right at the top of that stat. 60% of them being successful as well. That's an outrageous successful dribble success percentage for the amount of successful dribbles that he has. You think back to it when Leon Bailey was an absolute demon and he was at the top of our successful dribble ratios. His dribble success would be sort of high 40s, maybe touching the 50s. To have 60, really, really good. Touches and touches in opposition box, also really, really high. But he is a centre mid. Can he do the dirty work? Well, yes, he can. 21 tackles puts him in the top 5th percentile. 61 duels won puts him in the top 4th. Wins 50% of his duels. He's got 6 interceptions. He won possession in the final third 8 times. 47 recoveries and no bookings as of yet. In the Champions League against slightly, you would imagine, better competition. 2 goals there. Oh, we have physical performance in the Champions League. That is a new stat for FootMob. Hello. Well, there you go. He can run at 30 kilometres an hour and he's done 50 sprints. He covers distance. I'll have to look into those stats. I didn't realise they were there. But 2 goals as well from the expected goals of 2. Only 2 shots on target. His passing leaves something to be desired, but again, dribble successes a little bit lower, but his actual dribbles up there again, and tackling and duels very, very high. A lot of green for Saibari, but where does he play? How would he fit into an Emery system? Let's switch over to Transfermarkt and have a look. So as you can see on the screen, PSV play the standard formation that I think 97% of football teams play nowadays, that 4-2-3-1, and Saibari generally lines up as the number 10, the attacking midfielder in that lineup. As you can see now on the screen, in terms of his career as a total, most of his games have come from that central midfield role. 65 games and 32 goal involvements from a centre mid is absolutely ridiculous, by the way. Next up, attacking midfielder. That's where he's played a majority of this season and towards the end of last season as well. 42 games in that position and 28 goal involvements. That is, again, it's simply outrageous. He averages more than a goal involvement every other game. That's sort of like striker levels. Do you know what I mean? He's also played 22 times as a right winger. He's played up front or as a centre forward 18 times and 17 times on the left wing. An invaluable level of experience at men's football across that box that Emery is playing. But how does he compare against Europe's elite? Let's get up the FB ref. We're going in depth on this one because he's a very good player. And here are his standard stats per 90. And this is against, last 365 calendar days. And this is against Europe's top 5 leagues. So Serie A, Premier League, Bundesliga, La Liga and Ligue 1. And Champions League, Europa League, etc. statistics taken into account. This is how he compares against those professional peers. And as you can see, it's pretty decent. These are his standard stats. Then we're going to get into a little bit more depth. But 83rd percentile for goals, 90th for non-penalty goals. This is against attacking midfielders and wingers as well. So he isn't even comparing him against centre mids, where he did play some of his games. His expected goals in the top 8th percentile, and his non-penalty XG is in the top 3rd. Very, very good. If we go down here to his shooting statistics, we can have a little bit more in depth there. His goals to shot on target, so goals per shot on target, as we know, it was very good in the Champions League. Well, that translates in general over to here. 2nd percentile for those. Half of his shots on target go in. 57%. That's pretty good. Again, goals in the top 7th. We've already seen that stat. And all of these. Non-penalty XG shot as well in the top 10th percentile. A couple of, shots from free kicks low. Okay, he doesn't take free kicks. We've got Morgan Rogers, Emi Buendia, who apparently bang him in for Fansan. In terms of his passing, they're all pretty standard. His long passing leaves a little bit to be desired, especially with assists from sort of long passing as well. Key passes, perhaps crosses, again, needs to get a little bit better at those. But his pass completion, in terms of his short pass completion, 91.1% in the top 7th percentile for that. Medium ones are okay. Again, long passing does leave a little bit to be desired, something that he could definitely work on. Progressive passes, however, in the top 30th, not too bad at all. Again, this is just his pass types there, which we don't need to worry too much about. Goal and shot creation is shot creating actions. So shot creating actions that actually lead to a shot, 74th percentile there, so not too bad. But that could be a little bit better. Now, where he does shine is those defensive contributions. 99. I mean, look at that. I mean, do I even have to go through that? His tackles 1, his tackles in the defensive midfield and attacking third. His dribblers tackled, his dribblers challenged, percentage of dribblers tackled, all minimum top 4th percentile, with a lot of them being in the top first. His tackles plus interceptions per 90 puts him in the top 2nd percentile for that position in Europe's top 5 leagues. He is very, very good at defending. Thank you very much. In terms of possession, his touches in the midfield third put him towards the top 20th percentile. There again, this could be a little bit better. His take-ons attempted, his take-on success and percentage all quite low. We are going to watch him in a second and look at his stats, or look how these stats compare to how he looks when he is actually playing. But so far, so good. And we are on 360 edition. Link to the full 11-minute video is in the description down below as we watch him here. And we've already seen his defensive stats. Well, that is how he gets them. Look at that for a ball through to his striker to get the assist there. Very, very nice. Here he is picking up the ball on the wing. See you later. That Ajax player just got sent for 3 hot dogs, 4 hot dogs, 5 hot dogs there. He's just sent people for 5 hot dogs. That's an outrageous goal. Sorry. The technique on that is absolutely insane. But I've watched the full video. I would implore you to go down into the description, click the link and watch the full video, because we're only going to be doing a couple of minutes here. If you watch the full 11 minutes, it is 11 minutes of pure, wonderful central attacking midfielder play with a couple of clips of him picking it up on the wing as well. Here's one where he's a little bit out wide. You could imagine him in Emery's box here. That's the kind of positions that the likes of McGinn, the likes of Bundia pick up. And look at this for a drive forward, looks up, little bit of a jinky-majinky round the defender and a lovely finish. And again, I know the Eredivisie doesn't always translate to the Premier League, but I would raise you the likes of a Luis Suarez before you say that it never works. Again, there's a lovely little bit of a flip-flappy type deal outside of the boot finish, picking up the ball here from a half dodgy layoff from his number 9 there, but does really, really well. And that is an elite finish into that bottom corner, almost knuckleballs it in. Oh, see you later. That's disgusting. The skills, by the way, this guy is a bit of like a Ryan Chekri. You know when I said I really wanted him in the summer? He has that vibe to him. He loves a little bit of a skill as well. Defensively, there he is again, getting the ball for his team. He loves that little flippy-flappy type deal. Picking up the ball here. I mean, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. It is absolutely outrageous. And again, on the wing there, beating his man. The way he drives forward is so effortless with the ball. It reminds me of like Jemba Dembele at Tottenham or Sissoko at Tottenham. That type of, driving, powerful midfield play. A bit like Kulusevski, how he played at Tottenham before, obviously, he got the injury. He makes it look effortless, and he can do that. So, do I think this will be a great transfer? Yeah. We're not playing Harvey Elliott. He's going to probably go back to Liverpool. If not, he's just going to sit and rot. Not getting... we put George Hemmings, an 18-year-old with no senior caps, in the matchday squad against Leeds over Harvey Elliott. Clearly, Emery wants to strengthen. We've gone back to that box. I don't know if that was in Emery's plans at the start of the season, given the signings of Sancho and Guasson. But we want to play that box. Now, Guasson can play up front in that box, and we push Morgan Rogers out wide. But Rogers has been having more success for me in that number 10 role again. And when I say the box, I mean, how we set up with McGinn and Bundia. They technically start right and left mid, but they pretty much play as like inverted forwards or inverted wingers the whole game. And we play that box in midfield. It's a 4-4-2 in defence. And imagine this guy in defence. He would slot in on the right, he'd slot in on the left. We need a bit of an injection. It's the one position at the moment. I think we need to strengthen that box, especially because Harvey Elliott isn't getting that game time. And, wow. What better way to do it than with Saibari? What do you think, though? Comment down below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Europa League preview show by me, Up the Villa.